I just want to share a quick story about Randy. One year, we were all about baseball. I ruined him for competition because after I taught him baseball, he decided it was too heavy, too much competition, and he turned to skateboarding. So he abandoned me, right? But one thing I remember, one season, we had a really crappy team. We didn't have a pitcher. And we needed a pitcher, you know? And Randy was the best player on our team, and he was damn good. I mean, he was damn good. And we didn't have a pitcher. But we had a ragtag of a team. Because as I'm hearing people talk, since we've gotten here, people say, come up to me, you know, I didn't know anybody in Vancouver. But Randy came up to me, and he believed in me, and he didn't even know me. Yeah. And he did it. I mean, I can't tell you, it's like everybody we talk to, that's the story. And as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, where did you get that from? You know? And so I was sitting here remembering that one Little League season. He's like 11 years old. We have no pitcher. All right? We have this one huge kid. I mean, huge. He didn't even belong on the diamond. His name was Jeff. He was huge. Remember Jeff? And I told everybody, I said, look, this was our motto. We're only as good as our worst player. So you better make sure that the worst player gets better. Because we're only as good as our worst player. And then we had this one little kid was a midget. He was, I mean, all the other kids were like about yay high, right? This guy was like right here, you know? Kevin. So the season gets started and we lose our first 4 games right out of the chute. And I'm ready to quit as a coach. And then one Saturday morning, we're practicing. And there drives up this Mexican guy. And he brings out this kid. And he says, in Spanish, he goes, ¿Necesitas otro jugador? Do you need another player? And I purposely had left out a slot for an assistant coach because I said, you never know. Because if you get an assistant coach and he has a fantastic kid that plays with him. So I said, you know what, we really don't have any room for another player, but you know, he goes, pruébalo, just try him out. So Jeff, who was one of the brothers of the players, I said, Jeff, catch him. So Jeff goes up to Jeff's like taller than me, right? He's like the assistant coach at the time. And Jeff goes up to the plate to swing, and so this kid takes him out and he goes, try him out at pitcher. So Alfredo gets up to the mound and he hurls a 90-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle. And we're like, what in the world did we stumble onto? So we named his uncle as the assistant coach, and Alfredo started playing with us, and we took off. And I'll never forget that season because I think that was the deal about Randy. He didn't look at anybody as not good enough. He saw, by the way, that kid Jeff, he started hitting, gargantuan home runs. I mean, this guy had a swing. He was like Babe Ruth, all right? He was so big, and he had a swing that I would feel afraid for the other team because I would tell their coach, I said, you better get your kids to back up because if he connects, he's going to kill your kid. And he would launch these missiles out of center field. I'm not exaggerating. But I really think that Randy got so much identity out of that team because he saw that it was such a ragtag but nobody was worthless. And you were only as good as your worst player. And I just got to tell the story. We're in Vancouver, right? So I forget who told us, but this guy comes up and goes, you know, Randy was so awesome, man. He was like, you know, you could count on him. He was a fucking love missile. Whoever made that quote, I want to meet him. It was Dan? Dan. I don't know who you are, Dan. But I've been repeating that story for the last 24 hours. So God bless you all, man. I gotta do this. I don't know what kind of guitar she needs, but Randy's little sister is an awesome performer in her own right. And she wrote a song called Texas Hustler. And I said, all I heard from countless guys was he was such a hustler. There was a guy that at the vigil came up at Starbucks and he said, you know what, I met Randy about a month when I was in here. And all I knew is that he hustled so much. And I figured if I want to be successful, I better hustle as much as him. And I've been asking Val, I really want you to sing that song because that embodies Randy. And it's her own song. I hope she has enough in her to sing it, the composer to sing it. But it's from his little sister that he loves so much. So if you want to do it, Val.
Thank you. I kept telling my dad I don't want to play a song. Randy taught me my first chords on guitar. I don't think I realized it, but until a year ago. That might sound crazy to you guys, but Randy, was a huge musical inspiration for me. For some reason, I would try to be like him so much, and I would never admit to it. I did so much, just like I would move like him, and when I played, and I'd sing like him, and somebody made a comment about it like one time, I was like, no. When he would send me his songs, I would listen to them over and over again, right? My boyfriend would be like, wait, how many times have you listened to that song today? But anyway, my brother taught me Crash by Dave Matthews. I'm not going to play that song, but he taught me that song. And when I was really little, I was singing these really dirty words. And people would listen to me play it, and they'd start requesting all these other songs. I'm like, I don't know, my brother wanted to tell me this song. I can't play any more Goo Goo Dolls or anything like that. I was like 10. I know I'm supposed to play one for this song, but my brother idolized my dad so much for working so hard for his family. And my brother, towards the end, was really just honoring my dad as much as he could. He had a dream once about my dad selling parking spaces because he was like, we're selling parking spaces for the family. And that's what Randy did on the streets for his family in his own way. And anyway, my dad loves this song that I wrote called Texas Hustler. It's about a prostitute trying to start her own business. I wish I could do something that would honor Randy a little more. And that's what he would tell me, like, hustle, baby, you know, get out there. I'm like, I know. Randy would do this little thing too when he would kick. He started kicking a lot when he was playing. He just like all of a sudden you'd see a little kick. And I noticed in my older age I started like copying that too, even in my 20s. Anyway, so okay, this song is called Texas Hustler. My dad really wants me to play it.
So do I.
Okay, and Mario does too. And, keep my composure, but this is all for you, my big brother. I love you so much. You hustled your ass off. You were such a hustler. All right.
Yep.
I'm the one who works the nights. You may think it's what I like. Don't know I am trying to live this life. So I work right through the night. Saving money, spending right. Give me time, I'll make this town all mine. I'm a Texas hustler, gotta see me must raise my car all the way. I'm a Texas hustler, promise I'll be bustin'. I won't stop till I reach the top. No excuses when like you or the type of work that I do. Just say I am fighting my way out. I'm a Texas hustler, you're gonna see me bustling, race my car all around town. I'm a Texas hustler, you probably saw me bustling. I won't stop till I reach the top. You can bet there'll be a new day. There is touch. This will change. Hear me say, this will change.
still here? Check your pulse. Okay? Valerie Ponzio, guys, this is incredible. I know, I'm going to speak for everybody here. You are effing incredible. As Randy would say, dog. Like homie, like essay. Dude, you fucking ripped that shit. I'm like literally flabbergasted. Play us another song. Yeah.